pita chips, some toasted multigrain pita chips. That's what we do on the fly when it's a busy weeknight. We don't run out to the store and get more. So we use what we've got. Luckily, Kevin didn't eat all the pita chips, so he has some. And then the main ingredient in this is actually edamame, which is a really, really wonderful vegetable to have around, especially because it's just power packed with protein. And I do have this thing with Kevin where he seems to just buy edamame on instinct. And so until we have, literally, if we had a flood, we would just pack bags of edamame outside of the door. Because he just has it's just like, you bought edamame again, and it's just bags I can't eat it fast enough. So anyway, he does love his edamame, so I had to think of something for him in relation. So this is just, we're looking at edamame is usually frozen, it's already cooked, so you can thaw it in the fridge, like what I said here, or you can put it in a bowl, stick it in the microwave for about 40 seconds, and that defrosts it just fine. And some people say, oh, edamame, I don't like lima beans. Well, that's why I made this recipe, to have something a little bit different. So first thing I'm doing is I'm actually putting the edamame into a little food processor, your little blender, whatever you got, your slap chop, your magic thing, whatever you've got. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of pulse. I'm not trying to puree it to death. Okay? So it's still a little bit chunky. Even turn it out in here so you can see a little bit of it. See, it's still a little chunky. It kind of looks like pistachio nut. You know, it's still a little chunky in there. So we take half of it for the recipe, put that in a bowl, and the rest we keep in here. The reason why we do that is because we're going to add all the other ingredients here so we have something smooth and something with a little texture. So what I'm adding in here is, I believe, 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Use a good quality olive oil that you like. Personally, I really like the Spanish olive oil at Whole Foods. If you like olives, you'll love it because it just smells so olivey, for lack of a better word. And then I'm also doing a little pecorino cheese. You can do Parmesan, whatever you've got. This is like 3 tablespoons. And we're going to do a little lemon. This is coming up to a boil. It's open. So for the lemon, I'm going to do a little bit of zest. This is a little microplane grater, whatever you've got at home. And what I do is tend to hold it sort of like an ice pick, like this. And then I will rotate the lemon towards me as I go down. So I'm sort of rotating it towards me and trying to get some in the bowl as opposed to on the table. Just a little bit. But the idea of rotating it is so that you don't have a lot of white. You don't really want the white part because that part is the part that's bitter, not tasty. So the other thing I'll do is probably squeeze some of this lemon in there. I have a fork. This is like the best lemon reaper you'll ever buy, better than anything at Williams-Sonoma, I promise you. You just poke the lemon about 3 or 4 times and then once in the center. And then when you have it in the center, you can rock this back and forth. And that really gets out a lot of that juice. Okay? So maybe we'll even do the other lemon. Why not? We can make it nice and bright. And again, this is all about just what you like. You can change it up if you want to do lime. You can do lime. Some people like lime. Okay. Oop, I think I dropped one little seed in there. Keep that guy out. Okay, so we've got all of this good stuff in here. And since I have some olive oil in it, I can go ahead and blend it up. I can get this situated. Let's see here. I'm not used to doing it backwards. Okay, here we go. So, getting it good and smooth, and the olive oil will help do that. Okay. And then whatever is in here, backwards again. Take the little blade out. And I'm going to mix the smoother part with the chunkier parts. Normally what I do is I'll take this mixture and I'll spread this on some little toasted crostini for the recipe. But again, you could put this together as a dip. You know, if people like spinach dip, they'll probably like this too because it has a nice bright lemony flavor. So, let me see here. Give this a little bit of a mix. I add a little bit of salt and pepper. Always a little salt. Sometimes a little bit of pepper. Not big on pepper, just because it seems like maybe in the 90s, everything got way too peppered. Every time you go to a restaurant, they'd say, would you like some pepper on that? Would you like a little more pepper on your salad? Not a big fan. Okay, so we've got that. And you always taste, I like to taste it before I give it to you. I think it tastes pretty good, I hope you like it. So what I did, let's see, how many do we have here tonight? 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, perfect. So, I've got a little Stacy's pita chip.
Do you recommend getting all your ingredients at Whole Foods, or just like particular things, like your meat, fish?
You know, I hate to say it, it depends. I mean, for myself, because I live in the city, most of my shopping is probably at Whole Foods, just for the quality of the ingredients. If I'm near a farmer's market and I can get something in season, oh, I love to get something in season, like when chard is in season and different kinds of vegetables. But I do a lot of my shopping at Whole Foods, probably because I take the time to ask people a lot of questions there. They seem to have the right answers, so that's good. But the other thing too is wherever you go, whether you're going to your Super Fresh or Whole Foods or your laundromat, wherever you are, if you ask people a lot of questions, they really will help you with what's the freshest, what's the best. Because when I go to the fishmonger especially, I'll look at them and say, so today, if you were taking something home, like what would you take home? And they'd say this, this, and this, and that's what I take. And 9 times out of 10 it works out. So